Hello everyone, my name is Protesilaos, also known as Prot. Just to provide you with another status update on the hut project. The last couple of days were windy and rainy. We had lots of rain and very strong winds. Today the weather is clear, there are clouds, but it is not raining and it is not windy, which is great because I need to resume two big projects that I have started. One of them pertains to the hut. I need to prepare extra concrete and use it to patch the parts of the hut that still leak water. I am waiting for the delivery of a sack of cement before I can do that, which will arrive later. Local time is still 6:30 or thereabouts. The cement will come at 8 or 9, something like that. So I will do another video and append it to this one, showing you how I prepare the cement, the concrete. But while waiting, I don't just want to sit around and twiddle my thumbs. I want to proceed and continue on the other project, which is very important. And this project is about me planting trees strategically all around this spot in order to break the strong winds that come from this side of the valley, from the northern side of the valley. This spot is no man's land. I want to clear this spot from the vegetation. We see here we have Rosa canina, and we also have wild berries, and I saw some fennel as well. They have to be cleared and be replaced with cypress trees. Cypress trees are tall and dense, and they are evergreen, which is exactly the kind of tree you need to have on the northern side of your house or wherever you are, because it protects you from the cold all year round and it breaks the winds. I will plant cypress trees here very close to each other so that they form a dense, effectively wall. So this is what I am doing, and I have been clearing this spot already. I cleared, there is a mass that I gathered there, but then I thought it would be a good idea to also show you a little bit of it in the video. So let's continue then. And I have my tools here, and I just do the thing. As I said, it is cold here, but when you are working, you don't feel cold at all. Let's be careful with this, because these are extra thorny, and maybe you can see the sort of thorn that I am talking about. So if this hits you, you will definitely feel the pain. So you have to be careful. So when you are working, you don't feel the cold. Furthermore, when you are working, you feel a motivation to keep going. And this motivation is exactly what you need to do this sort of work. Because it is not exactly the best work you could do, right? But it is very nice to be able to have an impact on your land and its vicinity. Whoops! Exactly what I was talking about, folks. Yeah, this sort of thing, you have to be careful. But even if you are careful, sometimes you will get injured. What can we do? So there is that. Now, the hut in general is a work in progress. And for me, this is fine. I know that it's not the finished article. And I know that I will be improving it over time. The problem with imperfect works, especially when it comes to our personal projects, is that we are too attached to them. We are closely invested, deeply invested, and we don't want to show them before they are, in our opinion, perfect, or before they are as good we can make them. Generally, this is not a problem, but if you delay for too long, you simply never produce what you want to produce. And so that which you want to express remains hidden. You keep it inside, and instead of you enjoying it, you develop a love-hate relationship towards it. Because now you have it inside, and you don't like anymore the fact that you cannot express it, and it burdens you. And you are like, I have this thing, but I cannot let it out. And I don't feel good about myself. I'm not good enough, to make this project happen. And now I feel insecure, and now I feel that I am an imposter, and so on. And this is exactly how you go from what is a rather benign idea, do something as well as you can. This is a benign idea. But how you go from that to self-inhibition. You go from perfectionism to nihilism. Because you are like, if I cannot have the perfect, well, I will have nothing instead. And that is a very bad way of conducting yourself. Because the result on your disposition is that you don't like what you are doing anymore. You don't enjoy yourself anymore. And that which should normally be your passion, that which should normally give you joy, it doesn't. It gives you grief. It engenders sadness. Okay, this has to be removed. It engenders sadness, and it burdens you because you cannot let go of it. You still like it. And there are many examples like that. Maybe you are an artist, a painter, and you don't publish your paintings because you think, oh, I am not like Picasso or Van Gogh or Rembrandt, so I might as well not do anything, or you are a novelist and you never finish your novel, or you are a programmer and you never write that program that you have been thinking about for 20 years or whatever. And these things are a problem for us, folks. Whereas we want to be able to tolerate imperfection. The way I tolerate imperfections here with the hat. And I'm like, okay, it's leaking water. It's not great. But on a positive note, I get my feet wet, So I get to experience the world and see what is in store for me. And then I will get better as I go. What's the problem with that? Who is perfect? Who starts out as the finished article? Nobody. Nobody does. Yet we have this idea that unless I am the finished article, I am nothing. And I ask why? Who gave you this idea? Where does this misbegotten thought come from? Let's continue with the work here, folks. So, tolerate the imperfect. It's fine. The imperfect is all we have. The messy, the incomplete, that which can be improved further, that which upon review you will reconsider, and that is fine. Let everything be a product of its time. Like when you have like a creative idea or whatever, let it reflect what you were at that moment. You won't be the same 10 years down the road. So don't try to anticipate, to foreshadow who will you become, because that doesn't work. You will be only burdening yourself with that idea that you have for a decade. And when that decade comes, you will be like, maybe I should wait for another decade to have, the better version of myself. And so on, and you keep rolling the burden. and you keep carrying it with you. And there is that. I don't know how long is this video, but I still want to append the other one where I will be doing the concrete. So maybe I should take a pause here and not overdo it with the time. But yeah, let me finish just this, and then I will do it, folks. Let's see what we have. Okay, good. All in a day's work, folks. All in a day's work. But about the work itself, I really like it. It is invigorating. You know, it's cold outside. You would rather stay there indoors with a hot drink or something. But here, you get to put your body to work. Every fiber of your being is awake and contributes to you doing stuff. And I really like it. Great. This is great. And this spot will be replaced by the cypress trees, and it will be looking fantastic. It will be a cypress hill though, because it is a hill here. So there is that. There is a band, I don't know if they still play music, called the Cypress Hill. Okay, great, fantastic. Let's also do this. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, and I will continue that way, but let me pause here and I will append the other video to this one. So more to follow. Take care, folks. Hello again, folks. Just to show you what I did here, and then I will go for the concrete. Let me switch to the rear camera. And of course, my good friend is there, Atlas. And yeah, here is the idea. We can see how much I cleared. You can see all of this here. And yeah, there it is. Of course, I haven't finished yet. I still have all this to go, but I am working on it. But I have to go for the concrete, and then I will do this on another day. As I said, the whole point here is to plant the cypress trees. Let me then close this, and then I will do the concrete and append. I will do a video about it and append it to this one. So yeah, bye for now. Hello again, folks. Here I am. I got the cement delivered, and now I want to produce some concrete. I already did a round, and I will do the next one. I see that Atlas is around, up to no good, of course, as usual. So what we need to produce cement is some sand, optionally with gravel, depends on what we are doing. But now I will only be using sand because I want it to be fine. I want it to be smooth to the touch. And so I have a pile of sand here, and I will gather it at this spot over there. We need then basically soil, you know, sand and gravel, a little bit of cement and water, and then we mix them together. But one step at a time. Let's first get the sand going, and it's been a long day already. I did the work down there where I was clearing the spot for the cypress trees, and that is looking very promising, but I have to put a pause on that project to do this because this pertains to the hut. I want to make sure that there are no leaks, no more water coming into the house. So there is that. Okay, I gathered a lot, enough. Let's have another one. Okay, this is good. Atlas is in the way. You want to help me, my friend? Do you want to help me? He is the master builder, of course. He is the one who shows me everything, and I just follow along. So when we have the pile of sand, we need to spread it out. Of course, make sure we don't have anything there we don't want to have. We need to spread it out and then do a crater. Do a crater in the middle so that we can put the cement and the water. And with that, we will start mixing. Let's move this a little bit. This is looking good. And yeah, this is great. Let me get the mattock. Leave it, we don't worry about that. I'm getting the mattock here, and I will bring with it some cement. There it is. And I want some more, of course. Let's see what we have, folks. What we have. It's all in a day's work. As I was saying earlier, you have to be able to tolerate imperfection and understand that all your projects are basically a work in progress. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is the idea. But let's get going. Let's apply the concrete here. This is looking very nice, folks. And once we have that, we will need water, which I have, of course. I have accounted for that. It is coming from the stream, and I have it in that barrel over there. So we have the cement, we have the sand, and we need water. And for that, I have this bucket over here. And the one bucket is good, but ooh, this water is extra cold. Okay, so we have that. And let's get going, folks. So the idea is you bring from the outside to the inside. And you make sure you don't lose everything in the process, and that's how you do it. Of course, you will rarely find any spot where people are manually making their own concrete. It's always with a machine, but I don't have that, so I have to improvise. This is the idea. Okay, you do one round, you spread it out, and repeat. Make the crater, pour the water in, and there you go. Let's see. Okay, more water. And I will need more anyway. So let me get that. This is looking good, folks. This is looking like a thing of beauty. Oh, it broke a little bit there, but that's fine. That's not a problem because I will bring it in anyway. This is looking great, folks. When you do work, you always want to do it with alacrity. You always want to be positive about it, you know? Of course, there are types of work where you cannot be positive about it, but usually those are of the tyrannical sort. In one way or another, you are forced to do it. But when it's a project of yours, when it's something you care about, you should never be lazy. You should always be enthusiastic about your own causes. This is the idea. And always find the positive in things, even when they are not positive holistically, you know? Even when it's like, oh, you know what? Why am I doing this? There are better things to do, you know? I could be spending my time differently. Of course, yeah, sure. But here we are now. In the here and now, what can we do? this is the idea. So we find the positive and we say, well, the upside is that I am contributing to my immediate environment. I am shaping it. Here I am, and I see the impact of my actions. And of course, if you think about it, I am also doing some exercise. I get, instead of going to the gym, I just do this sort of work. And I do it for free, for what that matters. And yeah, this is the idea, folks. Let's mix it up. Again, same idea. And we will need more water. And we will continue. Let's open the crater. Again, it is looking good. Okay, it is starting to consolidate, but it needs more work, of course. It's not smooth yet. It's still too sandy. But we are getting there. We are getting there, one small step at a time. We have to be patient. And patience pays off. Let's see. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, let's leave some in case I need it. Okay, let's bring in some of this. Throw this away. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, learn to work with the imperfect. Learn to work with what you have and appreciate what you have. Don't be like a spoiled child, always asking for more. You don't deserve anything. What makes you think that you should have more just because you are who you are? You have to earn more. And to earn it, you have to work. This is the idea. And you have to work with what you have. You cannot work with what you don't have. So there is that. Ah, this is looking nice, folks. Surely we are working towards something great here. Let's see. Of course, this is hard work. I'm not denying it. So I'm not saying that unless you do hard work, it doesn't count. It's not about hard work. It's about anything you do. Even if it's not hard per se, you know. But anything you do, you want to do it with alacrity, as I said, with the recognition that this is what I have, this is what I will work with. And I will try to make the best of it. It doesn't matter how good I make it. What matters is that I try it in earnest. So there is that. Ah, already we see it taking form, folks. Already we see it looking more and more like the finished article. And that is great. That is exactly what we want. And yeah, there it is. I really like it. I really like what I'm seeing here. It is a thing of beauty. Now, why call cement, you know, this concrete here, why call it a thing of beauty? Because it is honest work. And when you do something in earnest, it is beautiful. Because you tried your best. You gave it your all. You did not lie to yourself. You did not pretend to yourself, oh, that I couldn't make it. You know you could make it because you tried. And if you could not make it, Well, you figured it out by trying, not by overthinking it. You tried your best, you didn't hold anything back, and then you know what the truth is, whether you can make it or not. But try. Don't say, oh, I cannot make it, and sit on your couch and dwell on your, tough luck, or, how fate is not treating you well, or whatever. This is the idea. It doesn't need any more water, folks. This thing is done. I just need to mix it a bit more. And we are good to go. Oh, it has a bit more sand here. No worries. We will still mix it. And we will make it great. We will make this a thing of beauty. Let's see what we have. Fantastic. Fantastic. And yeah, it's done, folks. It is done. Let me pull it together. Okay. And I will go and apply it, and then I will just show you how that looks. So yeah, closing the video now, and I will just show you the final result later. So take care for now. I will append it to the video here. Okay, I'm done, folks, with the concrete. Let me switch to the rear camera to show you. And here is the idea. I just applied it. I'm waiting for it to dry a little bit, and then I will put some water on top, and once it dries completely, then I will add another layer of this special type of paint. I had to do it like this. The reason it looks like patchwork is because I had to only apply it in spots that were leaking water, so I don't need to create the whole thing. This is the idea. So yeah, I will wait for the next rain, the storm, and reassess what is happening. That's all for today, folks. Thank you very much for your attention. Take care. Goodbye.